All right. And now, finally, the wait is over. And I am here with the champ himself, two-division champ, light heavyweight and middleweight,
Correct.
Mr. Chris Hofmann.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Pleasure being here.
So, inulan tayo. So, dapat kanina kaming mga 6 pero okay lang. Now, si Chris ay nandito na.
Yeah, yun lang. Hindi na ako sanay sa Manila traffic eh. Totally miscalculated it.
Hindi, okay lang yun. So, di ba, basically, so if you don't know Chris, like I said, he is the URCC champion. That's Universal Reality Combat Championships. That's an MMA organization, which means he's the champion in not just one but 2 divisions. 'Di ba? So matindi, parang si Conor McGregor tong kasama ko ngayon.
Yeah, but not like up there on that level. Pero yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, well, at least, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Champ, kumbaga.
Champ, that's
And
the term.
that also means that this guy can basically he can kill you with his bare hands if he wants to. But then
Wag naman sana,
But then that's what yun ang gusto ko itanong sa iyo. Bakit ang bait mo? Why are you so nice?
I don't know. Well, I guess
Why
if I
you're such
wouldn't
a
be
nice guy?
if I wouldn't be that nice, I wouldn't have my wife, for example. Kung kupal ako, like
Okay.
those meatheads, that wouldn't work out.
So, di ba, when I first saw Chris, it was in a viewing party. Not party ba yun? It's a viewing
Tawag
event.
namin dun viewing party
it's a
talaga.
Party. So, it's a UFC viewing event. And when he walked in, parang na-recognize ko siya, di ba, ano yan, yung sa fighter. Tapos, syempre, may stereotype ka na parang, teka, baka sapakin ako nito.
Typical meathead pa. Kalbo pa ako nun, no?
Oo, di ba? So, but then, nung nakita mo, okay pala, di ba? Just looking at the person, you can see the demeanor, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, parang, okay to, approachable. So, di ba? So, can you explain what kind of mentality do you have as a fighter? Parang ganun.
Well, me as a fighter, just me myself, or just in common? Like, what do you mean? Like,
I don't know. Kahit
okay. Well, as a fighter, I think like it's just important yung magkahiwalay talaga pag nasa cage ka or pag nagka-training ka, or you're just communicating or socializing with other peoples. I mean, if you would be like all time, all out, sabihin natin, approach mo sa tao sa labas katulad sa cage. Nako.
Oo nga Pero pag once you enter the cage, something, anong nangyayari? Anong klaseng transformation ang nangyayari sa'yo?
For me, as soon as I'm walking in, hindi pa announce, I'm just walking into the cage, game face on. I have like that tunnel vision, everything around me is like really blocked out. Mas maganda pa sa URCC, like you walk up to the stage muna, then you walk down the aisle, right?
Ganun ba
It's just
yun?
like parang you walk down to the altar when you're like getting married. You just see the light there. Like for example, you see your wife, you just see your kalaban. Yun lang, hindi ka like in love. You're just there. You wanna fuck that guy up, di ba? So you train hard for that. And alam mo, if you're not gonna do that, that guy's gonna do it to you.
Yeah.
So, ganon, it's technically really it's business, and I think it's a survival instinct. When you go and fight, it's a survival instinct. It's not like, let's play basketball or let's play football. No offense, I love those sports, pero doon, pag talo ka,
The consequences
pukpok
are so
ka.
dire.
Oo,
Diba?
right.
Pag natalo ka sa basketball, wala.
Wala.
Bayad ka
Ayan,
lang ng pusta.
Coke.
Diba? Coke, diba? Pero pag sa MMA ka, wala, knockout
wala,
ka,
buk-buk.
di ba? Grabe. So, pero, kumbaga, sa training, yung mindset mo talaga is nakafocus talaga dun sa kalaban mo, syempre.
Yes. Well, I had different stages, or I went through different things sa mga training camps ko. I mean, I fought 37 times na rin. There were times where I took
37?
No,
Wow.
7.
7?
Grabe no.
Kaya nga, nagulat din ako Nagulat ako Okay.
No, but the thing is just like I went through different phases. Like once I took a fight really personal. Like I was like, I have to beat that guy. If I'm gonna lose to that guy, I'm gonna be like the joke of the whole team, and people are gonna mock me in the community. And then in other fight, for example, I had like big jitters. It's like my first big fight. Well, if you're aware of my fights before, obviously yung kay Baduria yun.
Grabe.
Yung kay Baduria, kasi that guy is such a veteran, and you just know Baduria, he walks you down. Kahit kung ano nang ginagawa mo, he walks at you.
Can you kumbaga, kwento mo nga sa akin kung nangyari. Can you look it up, kayo dyan sa YouTube, naka-search na yan eh. Hanapin mo yung versus Baduria. So, si Baduria, parang siya eh, Terminator, tapos ang laki. He's not the typical MMA fighter na maskulado, na para siyang Roy Nelson eh,
Well,
diba?
may muscles yun, ha?
Oh, syempre, of course.
Big respect. May muscles yun.
Of course.
Matigas ang katawan. It's just like juggernaut. I think that would be like the perfect term for him. He's a juggernaut.
At saka, ang naaalala ko kay Kaloy Baduria is there's this Pugad Baboy comic strip. There's a character doon, ang pangalan Igno. Tapos, syempre, mataba, Pugad Baboy yun eh. Tapos, Igno is, ex-con, so mahilig siya makapag-away. Ex-convict siya. So, yung kaaway niya, parang sinasapak siya sa muka. Kasi ang pinangsasalag daw niya sa away ay yung mukha niya. Tapos sabi nung umilag ka naman.
Hindi. Tinanglo. Ganun yun.
Si Kaloy Baduria parang ganun eh. So it's
technically,
just
that's him. That's him.
Kaya
that's
nga,
him.
exactly.
Pretty much that's him.
And he was taunting you. How did that feel? Na even though you're hitting him, tapos nag-stop and slap ka pa.
Yeah. No, it was like that. Yung ang counter ko dun. Na-feel ko dun sa laban mismo, medyo momentum, pumunta sa kanya. Yung momentum, hindi yun fight flow, pero yun, he got the crowd on his side. And while you're fighting, for me, it's a big factor if you have like people cheering for you or not. Kasi parang hype yan para sa... Yun nga, yan. Right. So, when... Dalawa pa.
Tapos
that was just like to break the momentum, like to bring it back to me. Kasi, what do you call that? Yun na, they were cheering for him. Nakita nila, tigas sa mukha niya, kahit anong gagawin mo. So I was like, sige, you taunt me. I taunt you.
Oo nga eh, di ba? And it kind of, makikita mo, naging effective,
yeah,
di ba?
he got off his game kasi hindi naman siya nasaktan dun. He didn't got hurt there. That doesn't hurt. I hit my kids like that. When pag may ginawa silang masama, hindi malakas yun. Ibig ko sabihin, hindi malakas. Kayang-kaya nila tanggapin. Pero, parang, binastos mo. So, na-off siya na may na-trigger ako sa ego niya. That was like the point. Tapos nakita mo talaga yun, natanggap niya yung sunto, yung sampal. Akala niya suntong mo, tapos like within 1 second, nakita mo, naging seryoso siya. Sabi ko, yun, I got you. It's my game na naman.
So, mental warfare din talaga, di ba? Pero, it must be for any other regular person, siguro if you have somebody like Kaloy Baduria coming at you like that, that must be very terrifying. Especially if you're in the cage, you have nowhere to run.
That's it. The thing is just like kitang-kita mo, for him, it's such a natural thing. It's like that's really his environment.
Oo nga.
Hindi ko maiisip na si Kaloy, he could do something else than that.
Oo nga.
Kasi yan, that's his element.
Well,
so he just gusto niya nga his game is like he eats like 3 or 4 hits just to get one sure score.
Well, he can certainly do other things, pero yung fighting would give him the most fulfillment.
Yes, of course. No, not discrediting him na hindi niya kaya making whatever. But I'm just like, it's hard for me to imagine after fighting him kasi it was so natural how he did it. So, parang hindi show. Ganun talaga siya. So, hindi ko maisip he would do something else for a living. Like, talaga yan ang bread and butter niya.
I don't know if meron akong nakitang promos before, nung basta lalaban si Kaloy. Hindi ko alam po ikaw yung kalaban niya. Pero tingin ko ikaw parang nagta-trash talk din yung dun sa build up ng mga promos ng URCC. So do you do some trash talkings then for the build
If I remember, well, I don't tend to do that usually. It's just not my thing. Yung nga, you know, di ba yung appearance ko? I mean, I look mean, but I believe I'm soft-spoken, high-pitched, all that stuff. Tapos, then when people know me like that, was out of nowhere, I would like trash talk. Kung ano, I gonna discredit the guy, mura ko, ganun. It's just not my thing. And I think yung kay Baduria, it didn't really happen that way that we trash talk. Pero it just got yung interview mismo, it was so long for the shooting mismo, it was so long, and the crew was not happy with what they had already on the tape. So they were just like, can you just be a little bit more aggressive, something. So the only thing I didn't even like discredit it, but the only thing I just said, like, well, for me personally, as an athlete, lifelong athlete, ayoko matalo sa tao who earns his money by teaching celebrities how to box. Kasi he was like teaching, what's her name? Sunny
Parsons?
No.
Sunny Parsons.
Sunshine. Alright, sorry. See, I'm so bad with the celebrity thing. Like,
me too.
Yeah, so that's like the only thing that's the only thing I could throw at him kasi I'm not that guy. So I was like, me as an athlete, I don't want to lose to a guy who's teaching sexy boxing to some celebrities. In terms sexy boxing, for me, all my friends know that you can either do mitts the right way, you see if someone is a fighter, or you see if someone does boxing just to stay in shape. It's not discrediting in sexy boxing. Yung nga, pangpa-sexy, you get sexy, you get in shape. Yan ang term ko doon, sexy
you
boxing.
You see that in boxing gyms everywhere, diba?
Yeah, that's why. So I just said like, that's like the most aggressive thing I was able to say. I don't want to lose against a guy who's teaching sexy boxing. Yun lang ang sinasabi ko.
Pero that should be enough, diba?
Yeah, that was siguro na build up. Like, he didn't hear it personally from me, diba? So he heard that from the videotape. Tapos yung director or whoever was there in the crew, sasabihin pa nila, ay, alam mo, sinabi niya pa yan. That's how it works. I guess. That's how it works. Tapos dito pa tayo sa Philippines. Gossip, number one country. So
anong naging reaction niya?
Well,
medyo
he handled it cool, I believe. Siya nga, parang ako din he doesn't really talk trash. So sabi niya, bahala siya sa kita natin sa ring, kung what do you call it, yun, may daga siya or something. Sinabi niya.
I remember that.
That's yung sinabi niya. Tapos ako, hindi ko na-get, sinanong ko nga sa ako, ano yan? Sabi niya, parang nervous kasi, nagalit ako dun. Yun lang, but that's it. It didn't evolve any further. Whenever I see Kaloy, we have a good relationship. I mean, we're not buddies, but when we see each other, we talk with each other, ganun.
That's one thing that na pinaka-fascinating for me especially when a person reaches the level kumbaga, like what you have reached na championship level na professional athlete, ibig sabihin magaling ka na in what you do. So tapos basically you can inflict damage at will to anyone, especially to those who don't train. Pero ang irony is most of the time yung mga katulad mo yun yung mga mabait eh. 'Di ba? Have you observed the same or 'di ba parang katulad ni GSP?
Yeah.
'Di ba yung mga ganon? Si Connor kahit mayabang siya behind the camera.
Yeah, but pag wala yung cameras, he's back to daddy mode although diba? There are some mga other sides.
Yung ngayon, mamaya.
Yeah. But no, I think like really like I mean that's quite an old school statement na, pero di ba dati they said I'm gonna put my kid to martial arts para he can defend himself and self-control. Yeah. And I think that's the big thing, in self-control. I mean, yung nag-start ako, I just wanted to stay in shape para so I can play basketball again. Tapos dun, syempre, taas ang testosterone mo. You're like, I can hit the bag finally. Anong banat ka ng banat? Mitts ka ng mitts, sparring ka. Suntokin mo yung sparring mate mo ng malakas, ng todo. But over the time, you just really learn it's not about that. It's really not an emotional thing and everything. It's just like really about self-control. It's like you're honing your skills, you develop skills. It's really nothing like fighting someone personal yung character. I mean, may mga fights na ganun. Like I have an issue with you, I have a beef with you. Tapos sa ring we're gonna fight, we're gonna find out. Pero Usually, diba, after those fights, what do? They hug each other,
Oo
good
nga.
na. It's like really rare that they still have a
Oo nga
beef
eh.
afterwards.
At saka ano yun parang hindi mo mapipigilan the respect tapos parang kayong naging magkapatid bigla.
Yeah. The only guy I remember like on the big screen, still after the fight, the feud was not over for him. Si Brock Lesnar, guy,
Brock Lesnar,
si Brock Lesnar, is he a martial artist? No, I mean he's a wrestler, okay,
He's a
but
wrestler,
he was so emotional about it. He was
With
so
Frank Mir,
yeah, with
right?
Frank Mir
Frank
too.
Mir.
Yung nanalo siya,
Yeah.
like he was so pissed about what Frank Mir threw at him. Tapos kung ano yung sinasabi niya, syempre nanalo siya, binukpok niya si Frank Mir. It was kulang pa ata yun yung ginawa niya sa ring
diba?
So he had to let it out. Lumapit siya, he shouted at his face, he spit at him, everything.
Pinagtripan niya pa yung mga sponsors, di ba?
Oo, kasi ano yung Coors Light and
Budweiser.
Because Budweiser is
Doesn't
paying.
pay me anything. Doesn't pay me shit.
Wow, what a guy.
Grabe, no? Pero, to achieve, can you, kasi merong mga tao na, I have some friends na parang yung kids nila nakapanood ng UFC, ng, or basta fight scene, so tapos biglang ginaya na parang naninipa bigla, parang nagsusuntok, nagsa-shadow box. Tapos parang, ay naku, nanood ka niyan. Tapos, huwag ka na manood, bawal ka na manood ng mga, diba?
Too old school, too
diba?
old school.
Parang, actually, for me, martial arts is one of the best things that anyone can do. Kasi it's very humbling in the beginning. 'Di ba? Kasi dun pa lang yung lesson na ituturo sa ng humility is something else.
First time you walk in, you get your ass whooped like that.
And just not even fighting itself just the training, just running around minsan sa ring lang nagpapaikot-ikot yung di ba?
Pang warm up.
Tapos pag let's say mag-push up ka tapos hindi ka di ba? Until eventually you develop the strength.
Yeah.
Tapos endurance mo, titibay ka na, and then eventually gumaganda na yung form mo, di ba? So makikita mo those are small victories and those are small lessons that accumulate eventually. Tapos basta I think there's a profound lesson that can be learned in martial arts.
Definitely. And it's just like also like with especially sa kids. It's not because that they learn martial arts, but it's how they learn it. Yun, especially pag when it's like their first time, it's really important like how does that coach teach those 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old. Kasi when you teach it the wrong way, if you bring the wrong message, you can develop a future bully.
Yeah.
Yan ang masama, but these days I really believe that's rarely happening. With the how the sport developed and everything, and with social media, what you see and so parang madali makita kung yung do's and don'ts with MMA. So kahit they see nga yun mga MMA fighters or kahit anong klaseng fighter or sports, those people who behave bad. Let's just say who behave bad, yung rude or yung not role models. I think these days the kids or the people around those kids who get into that sport, they know how to treat those kids that they don't catch up on those people. Like yung mentality, so you're not gonna develop yung mga future bullies or stuff like that.
How old were you when you started training martial arts? Any form?
Any form? 22? 22, 21.
Well, actually, ako, for me lang I don't know for sure, pero feeling ko, kasi nung 37 na ako pero feeling ko lang naman, if kung mga 17 or even 20 years old ako ngayon, I would really consider, if I experience training, kahit boxing or MMA, feeling ko parang I really would consider.
You would give it a shot, right?
Give it a shot to become a professional. Parang, ewan ko there's something na, especially if you're still young, hindi mo pa alam kung ano mangyayari sa buhay mo, di ba?
Right.
Di ba? Parang yan, it's a much more viable, di ba? Dati kasi, pag boxingero ka, parang, at least dito sa atin, parang ibig sabihin, wala ka ng ibang kung ba, mahirap ka, galing ka dun sa mga probinsya, tapos wala ka ng, parang sina Pacquiao, di ba?
Okay.
And then, you'll never know kung hanggang saan ang maabot mo lang. Pero si Pacquiao, good for him, naging, he reached the peak. Diba?
Coming, was it from a fishing village? Ganun, di ba tumutulong siya like getting in the net and everything, get the fish from the sea, stuff like that, just to get like 50 pesos a day for his mom. Parang ganun, if I remember correctly.
Basta alam ko he helps with his mom, pero nakita ko yung documentary medyo looban ng gubat yung somewhere, ewan ko, maybe there's a shoreline beside nearby, di ba? Pero parang gubat yung kanila Pero he helped with Aling Janisha, di ba?
What's that?
Mami, si
si Mahal. Okay.
Aling Janisha.
Yeah. The famous mom.
Oo nga di ba? So, nung sikat ba si Pacquiao, naging inspiration mo ba yung, di ba? When did you, ano yung nag-inspire sa'yo na maging fighter?
Maging fighter? I would say, pinanood ko yung The Ultimate Fighter Season 10, yung heavyweights only.
Okay.
Kasi yun nga, I stopped playing basketball. For those who wouldn't know, I came here to the Philippines to play basketball, di ba?
Ganun ba?
So I enrolled sa FEU, naging Team B ako doon. Training with the Team B. And tapos yun, I couldn't continue there. So ako,
bakit?
There were paper issues. So when I had the initial interview after 1 year of training now, where they would maybe consider me. So I'm not saying like I would have been for sure a UAP player or something. Where they would have considered me, they found that I had no playing years left. Parang ubos na, like the time where I could play kasi tapos na yung residency ko, naubusan ako ng years.
I see. So hindi na wise sa kanila to get
kasi I could not play for school anyways. So ayun, and then by the time we got pregnant with our first son, so syempre I started to work, starting to prepare or getting the hang of it, right, to prepare for the family. Pero I still want to play basketball. But yun lang, with the day job, you can't play basketball.
You still play now?
Very rare. It's so rare. Nako, wag. Baka sabi, I play so bad these days. Baka sabi, what, ikaw? Larong sa FPU, like,
well, bad to you is relative to di ba?
It's really bad. Yun like sa fast break, pag ikaw na lang sa mag-layup, naging airball pa kasi wala ka ng ball feel, wala ka ng handling, alam mo.
Sabagay, no? Pero if you've been playing all your life before, edi parang a few warm-up shots.
Give me 30 minutes so I have something again. Ayan, pwede na ulit mag 3-point shots like that, but it's like riding a bike.
So anong position mo sa basketball?
In Switzerland, I played point guard.
Oh.
Point guard and kind of moved to shooting guard because like we had smaller players in my team, so sila na lang sa point guard. Ganun. Tapos yung dumating ako dito to play offensively a point guard, honestly, I'm too slow. Filipino point guards, ibang klase. Tapos mas maliit sila, di ba? Yung mga position ko talaga mga shooting guard. So, I could guard a point guard. Most of the time, I could guard almost any point guard na nasa harap ko talaga sa training or sa mga pick-up games, sa mga screening, mga games with other schools. Pero when I would play offensively, wouldn't work out. It didn't click, so talaga I just went for position 2 na lang or 3.
How does training for basketball and kasi I imagine you had parang athletes training din talaga, athlete level training in basketball. So how does it compare to MMA or martial arts?
Well, you don't get hit in the face. You don't get hit in the face. Pero no, for me, it's the biggest thing. It's still the same mentality. Mentally, if you don't train consistently, if you don't stay disciplined, nothing will happen. Like so, where the big difference is for me, it's a one-man sport versus a team sport.
Yeah.
So, like when you lose in basketball, you can make many excuses, or there are many excuses. You don't make them. May ganun talaga, like when you're when LeBron has a
No.
bad day, Cleveland will not win.
Yeah. oo
That's
nga.
simple. Yun, wala si Kyrie. When LeBron has a bad day, Cleveland will not win.
Oo.
Paksaan, and then the teammates can all blame, wala si LeBron, wala
Oo.
nagbuhat, no carry.
Oo.
Pero sa MMA, you can't make those excuses. When you lose,
It's
it's
all
your fault.
It's your-
Sabi natin, sige, the referee, when it's a
Not pwede.
referee mistake, it was still like your decision to not continue to fight or something like that.
Oo nga.
So it's really like, it's all up to you sa MMA.
So, anong team mo pala sa MMA ngayon? Sa
DefTap.
DefTap?
Yeah, with Alvin Aguilar.
Okay. So, ano yun? Saan yung,
Well, we have gyms everywhere. We have so many chapters, I don't even know how many. We're all over the country.
Really?
Pero yung headquarters namin, is Banff MMA Center sa Sukat. Like, just across Shopwise sa Sukat Road. And yeah, that's where I usually train when I have an MMA fight or jiu-jitsu. Pero as of now, I have to go back to the wrestling national team.
When DefTap was, when it first started, sino yung mga, did they parang nag-hire ba sila ng mga foreign trainers for MMA? Or?
No.
No?
I think,
Paano
Parang-
nagsimula? Di ba?
I don't I don't want to throw in too much in the history kasi baka I mess it up. Pero I just know like yung like yung mga key members doon or founding members. Syempre si Chief Alvin, and then I think like Richard Lasprilla, Fritz Rodriguez, Marcos Valda, and sino pa doon? Han? Sa mga DefTap founding members. Joey Lepitan, no? Ganun. Si Alan ko, like that. Yeah, they're all, it was a jiu-jitsu team. Jiu-jitsu team. And then, they started the whole MMA scene here. And I never saw a foreign coach.
I think I saw, I read Alvin Aguilar interview before. May mga underground fights pa daw dati. Di ba?
Apparently, like, somewhere sa Taft. It's like their thing.
I'd love to have Alvin in the show one day.
It will not be boring. It's entertainment poor.
Just that kwento, just that those stories of underground fighting in the Philippines, di ba?
Yeah, I mean, there was like a YouTube crew who went all over the world to get like different stories about fighting, and they came all the way here to the Philippines just for Alvin, and like he brought them like dun mismo sa Manila san sila naksundukan or whatever happened, and I was just like, for real, like yung nga, like all people like, I have big respect for that. If I have a chance, I don't wanna approach any bar fight or stuff like that. It's just really for me self-defense. Kaya when I like shy away from those things, mga street fights and everything, everyone is like, oh what, you're a 2-division champ, ayaw mo sa maksundukan, ganun, or you're scared of that. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Street fight?
Diba?
I mean like, sabihin natin, we two fight. Tapos like, I'm starting to, let's just say, kasi sabihin natin, nakalasing ka, then I bumped you somehow wrong, ay nagalit ka, you don't know who I am, then we have a street fight. And then, let's say, I'm starting to win. Mga kasama mo nandun din, out of nowhere, someone's gonna hit me from the back, or someone's gonna stab me, or whatever, someone's gonna shoot me, not for me.
And also, there's if you're really, like I said, if you've reached that level of self-confidence as a fighter, parang you're gonna choose your opponents din Sabi, sino ba to? Diba? Parang you think you're so tough, diba? Parang hindi, it's not worth it for you. Wala ka namang dapat patunayan, diba?
Yeah, but they're always like the exception to the rule, like for example, like the Diaz brothers.
Oh,
I mean,
diba?
kahit wala pa yung when that promotional stuff was not like the big thing like Conor McGregor did, like hinahagis na yung mga monster, mga monster energy drink cans and everything. Like Diaz brothers, they always had like somewhere
brawl somewhere.
A brawl somewhere. So
they're
fans,
always right?
Yeah, they're and I think they did not do that for the promotional thing. They did that really just, that's them.
Oh, yeah.
If you hit them, or if you look wrong at them or something, if you offend them, you're gonna have an issue with them. They're gonna front you up. They're gonna stand in front of you.
That would have been really scary. I remember the promo for George St. Pierre versus
Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz Nick Diaz needs a beatdown. Deserves to be
Yeah,
beat down.
yeah.
Di ba?
That's like I think like that's the angriest
George
you see
St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre.
Oo
I'm a
nga,
big
diba?
that's my favorite fighter, George
nga
St.
eh.
Pierre. That's like the angriest you ever see him. Like sinabi niya lang, I really, really, really hate Nick Diaz. Yan lang ang
Oo
sinabi
nga,
niya.
diba?
I'm like, wow, you're so
Oo
mad.
nga eh. Tapos sabi niya, Nick Diaz.
He deserves
He deserves to be beaten
down, right?
Diba?
Kasi so although he was super mad,
Oo nga.
he still controlled himself somehow.
Pero after the fight, this is a good man. Diba? Parang, parang,
Yeah.
we're just selling the fight.
Tapos si Nick parang ayaw niya, he didn't want to hear anything of it. He was just like, yeah, whatever.
Grabe si George St. Pierre, no? Isipin mo, nagpahinga siya ng 4 years. He was out of the scene and then came back, fought the champ and won. Became champion. Diba?
He moved up. He moved
Yeah.
up a division pa against a guy who was a weight class higher before. So parang naging welterweight versus light heavyweight.
Oo, diba?
Grabe, pero yun nga, he relinquished the belt right away.
Oo nga eh.
Kasi
diba?
he had health issues getting that weight. He couldn't get that big.
Yeah. And ewan ko, do you think parang some fans are saying na parang inana lang niya, parang pinabayaan niya kasi he doesn't want to have to do anything with the other contenders in that division like Yoel Romero.
Could
Kasi
be.
parang 'di ba kasi si Bisping is Michael Bisping.
Yeah, but
Paalis na
then,
siya, 'di ba?
yeah. Well, I think it could be. I mean,
Pwede rin, 'di ba?
he never said it's not true.
Oo
As
nga.
much as I know, he never said it's not true. Si Tyron Woodley, si Romero, di ba? But the thing is just like, what do you call that? I think it's also that money thing, you know?
Well, yeah.
I mean, okay, you have St. Pierre coming back, one of the best champions they ever had, and you give him the chance to get to be a 2-division champion, which were just a few in the UFC, right? I mean, sino ba yun? Si BJ Penn, si Matthews, si Connor, but Connor's the only guy who made it simultaneously,
Yeah.
right? Tapos si Randy Couture. Sila lang yun ang 2-division champ.
nga,
So,
apat
for
siya.
sure, for him, first, win-win situation. For the UFC, it's a big sell. Kahit si Michael Bisping ang kalaban, like most people sleep on Michael Bisping. They're like, hey, it's just Michael Bisping. Eh.
Yeah.
You don't tell him that to his face. It's
No,
just
nga
Michael Bisping. The guy, he has like over 30 fights. He goes balls to the walls, all out. Hindi siya nag-ano. So,
Pero you parang you can't say naman na wala ring basis yung ano kasi if you look at let's say Yoel Romero mukhang
that's
halimaw
fine.
talaga eh,
I'm
diba?
saying,
mukhang nakakatakot din.
kaya sabi ko, he never denied it.
Oo nga.
But, what do you call it? Why would you, a guy who was not who was tired of competing? Kita mo yung nag-retire siya kay Hendricks, di ba? You saw, ayaw niya na talaga.
Ayaw niya na
He
eh,
was
diba?
tired and everything, all the bullshit what happened with him. So, tapos
stressed, diba?
yeah,
Personal
and then you want him to return sa same division where where he already conquered everything. So, what has he to gain?
Yeah.
Alam mo siya, he has nothing to gain. I mean, yeah, he would be a 2-time champion sa welterweight. Like 3-time actually kasi he lost 1 time his title. But what's more lucrative for you, being a 2-division champion or just like someone who got the belt back in the old division?
Oo nga. At saka, well, the Michael Bisping fight is big money din syempre.
Yes,
kasi
exactly.
it's Michael Bisping. Parang I'm not a fan of yung mga initial reports na GSP versus Nate Diaz. Parang hindi ako masyado doon eh. Parang halatang money grab na masyado.
Yeah, and
Diba?
they're asking him to go down naman to 155.
Oo nga eh, di ba?
So-
or Nate Diaz will go up, di ba?
Parang hindi, ayaw niya nga sa welterweight eh.
Ganun ba?
That's how I got it from the last podcast he joined with Joe Rogan.
With Joe?
Like yeah, he feels comfortable at 170 but parang sabi niya he wants a challenge. He wants something he didn't do before or something when people say like you can't do that. Ayun nga, you can't go to 155 hindi mo yan kaya. So sabi niya, I can do that. So but when I go to 155, I want something challenging. I mean, hindi ibig sabihin na si Nate is not challenging, but he has been there, he's done it. Diba?
Oo
Kasi
nga.
si Nate, they have similar fighting styles and he has nothing to gain daw when he beats Nate Diaz. But when he gets Khabib, another title, that was
Oo nga.
another
Yun
big
talaga.
name, di ba? Pareho sila naman
Si Khabib,
right?
Okay, baklase yun.
And people are saying like Khabib is much smaller pag bumaba si George St. Pierre to lightweight. Unfair naman. It's not true. When you watch Khabib walking, he walks around at least at 190. 190 to 200 pounds, and then he cuts down to 155.
Oo nga eh, kasi
That guy is
tiramisu,
big.
diba?
Yeah, that guy is big. So, yun size, there won't be a big advantage for GSP. Yung disadvantage niya lang to make that weight the very first time.
Well, it's yeah.
He never made
yung,
that
yung initial effort. Pero he's hired better nutritionists now compared to sa dati because he always doesn't make weight. Parang,
Is it he hired a nutritionist or parang
Or-
sinabi niya kasi how I got it, like he was saying like at the beginning he was always trying to be so scientific about everything. Oh, this is bad food, this is good food.
ganun ba?
Like we usually all do. Pero sabi niya ang big thing niya ngayon, intermittent fasting. Like where you can only eat within a certain time, like in a 8-hour window, 6-hour window, tapos during the whole day hindi ka kakain. So in first training mo, actually hindi ka pa kumain. So that's his big thing now. Sabi niya it's so healthy, everything. For me, I have to try that first. I don't know.
Well, I've tried it, yun nga lang pa udlot-udlot.
Yeah.
It's effective. Kasi yung I don't know, parang hirap na akong I find it hard to trust nutritional and health articles anymore kasi may mga iba't ibang agendas yung
So
di ba?
many things,
so
right?
hindi mo alam. So first masama daw ang itlog, tapos ngayon healthy na ang itlog, di ba? Mga ganun eh. So hindi mo na alam. So but then if you try it yourself, doon ka na lang magbe-basis.
Yeah.
So I tried it. Effective din talaga eh. Parang within the month na tinry ko siya. Yun. Hindi pa nga ganun ka strict yung.
Tapos you were I just guess no not to jump into conclusions, but you were not training twice a day.
No, of
Yan
course.
din ang big factor ko.
Oo,
Iniisip ko, how can you do that? Then you train 2 or 3 times a day.
Well, yeah. That's
Pero
another.
ang point niya daw, everyone thinks like, you're not gonna have energy when you train with an empty stomach or stuff like that. Pero it's like, you still have naman yung carbs from the day before in your system. And it's, for him daw, or I think that's, speaking for most athletes, you rather perform or play or fight with an empty stomach kaysa busog na busog ka.
Oo nga,
Diba?
actually,
I was like really thinking it makes sense what he's explaining, but still it's hard to believe to do 3 times a day or 2 times a day with just 2 meals within that short period of time.
Oo nga. Well, I guess you'll just need to try it out.
Yeah, I will try. I'm no scientist, I have no clue. I'll just try.
Oo nga eh. So, you make your own experiments.
Yeah. I think my thing is usually I just eat. Pag may laban ako na I really have to lean down.
Nag-cut ka ng weight nung di ba? You're competing jiu-jitsu, di ba?
Yeah, but not so big. It was just like that was just like a rush cut kasi medyo biglaan yung tournament and yun nga I had to get used to train jiu-jitsu again, pure jiu-jitsu. It's like different movements. My body doesn't respond that well to that, so to just like to get into my training routine again and to burn those calories the right way. So it's a little bit different when I cut for jiu-jitsu, pero when I cut for MMA,
and yet you won.
Oh yeah. Well, not everything. I lost the fight, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but just to make it, just put it on the table. What I do is when I play jiu-jitsu or compete in jiu-jitsu, I take mostly advantage of my wrestling.
Really?
I'm not really the technical jiu-jitsu guy. You're not gonna see me doing those fancy sweeps or yung mga 5 steps to just get 1 point or something. I'm not that guy.
Paano ba ang point system sa jiu-jitsu? It's hindi ko alam yun eh, and I'm a jiu-jitsu fan. I don't even know.
Okay, yun nga. I'm not sure if I'm telling everyone who's listening, please correct me afterwards if it's wrong. Pero take down 2 points. passing the guard, 3 points.
Wow!
Yeah.
Passing the guard
Passing
is,
the guard, like, when you're like in open guard or half guard, makalis ka ng guard and you end up like, basta in
mas
control.
mataas pa ang point niya to a takedown?
Yes.
Talaga?
Yes.
Okay, bakit?
Well, I guess it's just like in the nature of jiu-jitsu. Kasi there you like, you roll, you have to flow, right? You get all those different positions. Unlike sa wrestling, for example, when it's like really like all about drag that guy down, tapos ipin mo siya, tapos na. Sa jiu-jitsu, when you're on the ground, parang dun pa lang mag-start. So kaya for me, it's really important that I score the takedown in jiu-jitsu, because afterwards, it's most likely I won't score that easily anymore. So if I don't get the takedown, if my opponent gets a takedown on me, tapos ako maghahabol pa ako ng points, it's gonna be a hard time for me. Because it's not my thing.
What else are the yung points?
Tapos sweep, 2 points din.
Ang sweep is...
For example, like, oh man, please, I hope it's correct. Like, for example, like, I am in the dominant position sa'yo, like, sabihin natin.
Naka-mount.
Pwede, like the most dominant, yeah, let's say. And then
you got the back, parang ganun.
Yeah, and you scramble out or you make a sweep, a move, that you end up in the dominant position.
Okay. So, parang nabaliktad mo yung situation.
Yes. Yun nga, kaya sweep, diba?
Yeah,
So,
I see.
I hope it's correct.
Kasi yung sweep na alam ko yung kay Van Damme Sinipa ka na
wala yan.
Anyway.
Tapos ang meron pa, when you get mount, that's 4 points.
Wow, okay.
And kasi that's the most dominant position.
Ang mount is it's a full mount.
Full mount.
Okay.
And when I get your back, 4 points din. Meaning get your back, I'm on your back, chest to back. I have a firm grip na seat belt grip. Tapos both legs of mine are hooked into yours. Hindi pwede yun naka-cross yung legs ko. That's you don't get the points there. You really have to hook your legs.
Hook legs dun sa thighs,
sa inner thighs mo or sa knee.
So hindi pwede yung parang
Hindi kasi there are a few submissions you can do from there. So when you do that, like for others, they wait for that. Pag ginagawa mo yan, you present them a submission. So it's not a dominant position.
I see. Ganun. So kung naka-body lock ka and while taking the back, hindi dominant position yun.
Body lock as in just crossing it? Yeah, wala. Pero I believe when you have the back and then you make a body triangle. So ibig sabihin, I put my left leg all across your belly and then I lock it with my knee. I lock my foot with my knee. I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's also a dominant position where you get 4 points, like as in like you're having the back. If not, forget this.
Basta masaya.
Halata ba? I'm telling you, I'm not a jiu-jitsu guy.
I'm just here to have fun, diba? And win medals.
And get used, kasi it's part of MMA. So, but my jiu-jitsu is more a defensive thing. It's not really it's not my bread and butter. Like, for example, who do we have? Like, Damon Maya. That's his game. He decides na nga not to strike. Gusto niya talaga mag-take down like that. Ako, I need my striking. I need my kicks. I need my jab.
Oo nga, no. And it's biased to any casual fan and I think most MMA fans, mas masarap talagang panoorin yung striking eh.
Yeah, that's actually what how the people get into MMA. I believe, like they come from boxing, kickboxing, and they just see like the different things you can
if you see the Showtime kick, diba? Parang sinong hindi maano doon, diba? Who's not gonna get amazed. Unlike pag naka-mount ka lang, tapos parang kang gay porn.
Diba? And you hear I'm not saying like uneducated, kasi sometimes even educated MMA fans, it's just not as appealing as if you would see really two guys hitting each other, like swinging for the fences, you know. So
especially if you see expertise talaga and yung what's it called, techniques nila, diba? Kung kita mo na refined, parang sina Anthony Pettis, Tumipa, diba?
Right.
And like, diba, alam mo rin naman pag nakikita mo na hindi marunong talaga, diba? So,
no, I think it's like diba, people usually boo. I would say like just based on observing it, people start to boo when they're like dry humping or when they're just like scrambling or doing jiu-jitsu. So MMA, when it's like sa US or sa Eastern Europe, like where they really want to see like striking or takedowns or ground and pound. Pero they don't the control, like tiring out the opponent.
Nasa cage wall.
Yeah, get the position to do some. They don't. It's not as appealing as striking.
Yeah.
Or hitting someone.
At saka, there's a primal na instinct na natitrigger when you see Ngannou, di ba?
Oh.
Parang punch di ba?
Si Overeem.
Kay Overeem, parang his soul parang nag-separate sa sa katawan niya eh.
I thought like his head is gonna get pulled off.
And then he got knocked out again last to UFC 225.
Kaya I forgot the guy's name. I'm really sorry.
Curtis Blades.
Yeah, the elbows.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Like I didn't watch it was not in the replay. Talaga yun, 1-to-1 live. Nakita talaga yun, when the cut appeared, I was like, it's over. Tapos yun na-cut siya, kita mo na yung mata ni Overeem, he was like, he was already turning white kasi sa taas na yung mata niya. I was like, it's over. It's over.
I saw Overeem during UFC Manila, nung Edgar versus Faber.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the guests. Hindi siya lumaban pero nandun siya. So pila ako dun sana. Pinuntahan ko lahat ng events eh.
Yeah.
So nandun siya. Ang laki talaga eh. Makikita mo sa...
He's a big guy.
He's huge. I asked him
Used to be bigger. Naka-TRT.
Used to be Uberim. Horse meat Uberim.
Yeah. Yun. Where TRT was no issue yet.
I don't even think it's TRT, di ba? Even before, di ba?
Well, but I think, for sure there was... No, not for sure, but I would think there might be some Mexican medicine supplements na...
During their Pride days, it's not like they're denying it eh. They're not admitting it, pero they don't deny it. What they say is parang... nasa clause talaga ng kontrata
they
na
will not test for steroids.
They will not test
Pero
for steroids.
by these days, Overeem was still at 205. Payat pa niya dun.
Oo nga.
Tapos doon, he went to Strikeforce. Tapos doon, bigla lumaki siya. Yung K1.
Because daw siya nung, when he got popped, ang tinuro niya yung horse meat sa Australia.
Yeah. Maybe that was the testosterone. Pero di ba, he got caught just for the high testosterone value in his body.
Talaga?
I believe since it used to be a common thing for UFC fighters, especially people who got older, when they have a low testosterone level, they could go to the doctor. The doctor will test you, then he will give it to you that you can take TRT.
Mm-hmm.
And it's allowed up to a certain level. I think I'm not sure. I'm not good with the numbers, but it was something like a regular male human would have something like 400 or 600, like in that value.
Yeah.
And he was at something like that, 1,500,
Oh,
1,600. Like,
damn.
way too much.
No.
Tapos si Chael Sonnen ganun din. Like, he was like, there was like at one time where was that? Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva won. Yun, inupak niya talaga si Anderson Silva when he was ready. Tapos doon, he got busted for it. Kasi it was way over the limit. Kahit it was allowed, it was over the limit.
No nga. Pero ang yabang niya pa rin eh, 'di ba? Sabi, what? Let's say 500 yung basta mga 50, hindi man kasi ganoon kataas yung sinobra niya. So let's say 50 points. So, what? You mean kung 450 so 500? I measured only 500. Test it again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he was like
dapat mga 1,000 yan.
He was insulted. He was like, it should be at least 3 times that amount. Again, I just throwing in numbers, but just to compare. Kasi I don't know the exact figures, but it was like in that thing. It was in that thing, like.
Grabe. Si Chael yung si Chael talaga yung favorite fighter of all time ko eh.
I named my second son after him.
Yeah, I saw your tattoo, diba? Chael.
Ethan Chael. We were looking for nice rare names. I like Chael. That was that time like talo na siya kay Anderson Silva, but like he built up to the second fight. Just like I just like how he marketed himself, and I like the name. We like the name, no?
And Chael is off camera, he's a great guy.
Yes.
Diba? When he does his podcasts and when his videos teaching conducting seminars.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang he's somebody that even when he joined the Ultimate Fighter. Diba?
Oh yeah,
Nag-coach siya.
versus Vanderlei. He was a reasonable guy, diba? He was just like
he's very Vanderlei and John Jones, diba? Yung
si Vanderlei ang meathead dun.
oh, grabe.
Like really, that's
Pikan na pikan siya kay Vanderlei kasi he doesn't follow the script.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
script is already written. All you need to do is follow it. I'm supposed to be the bad guy here. If you bully me,
Diba
I
siya
become the
naging
good
bad guy? He was supposed to be the guy in Brazil.
Oh.
Still insulting them.
Oo nga eh. Tapos hindi magets ni oh, you insulted Brazil.
Yeah. Nawawala talaga si Vanderlei dun.
Pero Vanderlei versus one of my first mind-blowing na fight is Vanderlei versus Rampage.
Which one? Yun sa Pride?
Oo, sa Pride. Grabe.
Yun, where he tinuhot niya siya, tapos talaga yung bagsak siya.
Bagsak siya, nakasabit siya dun, nakasampay siya dun sa
And the blood was flowing. Kala mo, Paksanhan Falls or something. Like the blood was just like,
And you can see parang, it looks like a cadaver. Di ba?
Yeah. He was stiff. He was out. So,
grabe yun.
pero Rampage got him back. Sa
Oo
UFC.
nga. Sa
That
UFC na.
I think was a left hook. Oof.
Oo nga eh. Pero parang medyo pababa na si Vanderlei nun eh.
Lahat sila actually.
Pero grabe yung image na yun when he got tie clinch. Tak.
Pero dun,
Damn.
yung I believe, dun yung time na yun, there you saw the part in the contract na we will not test for steroids. Kay Vanderlei. Dude, compare Vanderlei.
Talaga.
Vanderlei in his prime, in Pride, that's like two different people, yung body niya.
At saka mukhang nag-iba yung mukha eh.
That's because he got his nose always bald. I think he had like 3 surgeries.
That makes sense.
He had 3 surgeries with his nose, kaya he always looked different.
He's one of the, titigan ka pa lang ni Vanderlei. Any previous surgeries and after, parang, oh shit.
Yeah,
parang manginginig ako nun eh.
Yeah, that's one of the guys
that's
also
one guy that I will never piss off.
No? I would not even do this. I would just hi.
Imagine Vanderlei Silva knocking at your door para to beat you up.
Want cake?
Oh
Vegan cake?
Oh, Miucha, vegan cakes.
Best vegan cake I ever had.
Anyway, so from, di ba, ngayon, balik tayo sa local.
Yes.
So, URCC, iba, both sa URCC, mayroon pang mga ibang, di ba, mga ibang promotions. Pero I think URCC is the biggest, fully, 100% na local.
Yeah. I would say so, yeah. I mean,
100% ba? Or, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, yeah, well, they are expanding. I mean, my URCC China na, my URCC. Yeah, they had recently a fight there, an event rather. And I remember in August fight ko dito sa Araneta, my opponent, I was supposed to fight him 2 months before sa China, pero yun lang, hindi natuloy yung event na yun.
Where do you get your opponents? Kasi I saw a video of you. There's this really scary Indian-looking guy. Oh, ang laki eh. Mukhang mas malaki sa'yo doon sa poster. Can you look it up? Nico yata. Nico yung, with a Nico, a name.
Nico. Nixon Cola?
Yeah, that
no,
one.
But that was
one.
that was like my first fight in the URCC. Yun, and I think Indian, Native American in Indian?
No. I don't know if he's really Indian, pero it looks
Because
like...
he's from Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea.
That was my fight in Nixon Cola. Yeah, he looked really like... he was really scary, but yun lang, what gave me a little bit of boost, he was so short. So,
really?
Yeah, sa poster, syempre, they zoomed in para bantay kami sa poster. Pero, he got so oversized, kaya mukha siyang Arnold Schwarzenegger or something.
He looks stocky.
He's strong, He's strong. Yun tawag dun. I remember I never saw him before, and then when I saw his pictures, I was like, damn, that guy's big, a big, what do you call that? Black guy, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be tough. And then suddenly, shooting kami for the promotional video, I saw like a short, stocky guy walking into the gym. Tapos kita ko, hindi Filipino. I was like looking at him, I asked my coach, yan ba yung kalaban ko? Kamukha niya eh, pero parang ang liit niya. What's nangyari baka kapatid niya? Tapos yun pala, he saw me, oh Chris, I'm Nixon.
Wow!
Tapos, hinag niya ako, fist bump ko, no?
That's amazing.
Tapos, pero hinag niya ako, tapos he lifted me like, lifting me, I mean, we were in the same weight division, pero, like, I felt his strength. Talaga sabi ko, oh, that's not gonna be a walk in the park. Kahit,
his body type looks like the body of a bodybuilder eh. Parang ganun dating, di ba?
Yeah. When we mean
Napin mo
Nixon...
yung poster, no? Sige, yan na lang.
What is it?
The Nixon Gola? URCC.
Spell the last name.
Cola is Kola.
Cola. Oh, so...
Teka.
Hofmann versus Cola. Yun na nalagay mo. So,
let's see.
pero then...
But that's
you
like
knocked the fuck.
yeah, that's the first minute,
Diba?
the 1 minute, 1 round thing, right?
Oo nga,
Yun
diba?
sa Mo Arena. Yeah, I was much long. He was rushing it. I think like he was also like medyo overwhelmed sa height difference. I mean, it's a big thing eh.
When I saw it, sabi ko, oh, si Chris, nalabanan niya to? Sigurado ba siya? Tapos, pagtingin ko, oh shit! One round knockout. Astig, di ba?
Yun knockout
Grabe.
talaga, di ba? Yung hinahabol niya ako, tapos I hit him on the chin, tapos he just like fell down.
I think the poster I got this from that fight. Hindi, kay Baduri yata yun.
That guy, you mean that guy? Si Kimbo
Ayan,
Slice?
that one.
Kimbo Slice, right?
Kimbo Slice.
Yeah, but you see, he's so much shorter. That was like really, I think that's a big thing for me. Like,
Let's watch this.
Oh.
Can you walk us through
well,
this
touch
fight?
glove was my first fight home, the Philippines. I just came from a loss.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I had my first fight in Singapore on 7 days notice coming from...
Para siyang si Iron Sheik eh, di ba?
Pwede.
Iron Sheik.
No, I was like really just basically using my length. Tapos you're gonna see here, I'm gonna make a stupid mistake.
Oo nga,
Yeah,
no,
that's like-
your kicks are long. di ba?
Compared to him, so I really just like... My game plan was like really to pick him apart from a distance. But yeah, I made some stupid amateur mistake. Wait, you wanna see it? Like, nag-rush ako to grab him. So, buti na lang hindi na... Ayan, look, now, wait. Now I'm gonna rush at him, Buti lang hindi ako tinamaan.
Okay.
So, tapos yan, here, siya naman na
Oh!
nagigil siya, right?
Oh, shit! Damn! How does that feel when you land that kind of punch?
This is still, I think, my the biggest adrenaline rush I had when it comes to
Wow.
fighting yan.
What are you yelling?
I believe, kasi me as a half Filipino, fighting in the Mo Arena in front of my home crowd against he's from here naman, pero foreign Papua New Guinea. I was shouting like, "This is my house! This is my house!"
Wow.
And then, when he was like, di ba I was shouting at him when he was on the ground. That was just like my emotions taking over. Kasi like 3 days before our fight, nalaman ko, he was accepting a fight already 1 week after my fight.
Oh.
So, the message was for me, he thinks he's gonna knock me out that easy, that he can fight after 1 week agad.
Wow.
So, kaya, when I knocked him out, I will go, oh, that's what you get for that. Totally unprofessional, but so, I was overwhelmed, I had so much pressure coming from a loss, fighting.
That was how many years ago?
That's 2014.
2014.
2014.
Okay. Nice. Grabe. I haven't met you yet back then.
No.
No.
We met each other last year.
Or maybe 2 years ago.
Yun viewing parties, yun sa Frankie's.
Oo.
Who did we watch? No, it was John Jones versus Cormier 2.
UFC 200 yun eh. One of the... Before UFC 200.
Oo nga,
so
dun
mga
sa
2 years
backyard,
na.
sa backyard. Tama. Agree. With Brock Lesnar, with
Nelson, Henderson
versus Bisping. Where he survived
Grabe.
3 H-bombs.
Oo nga, di ba? Tapos
We were all like, I remember. We were all shouting, but we too were shouting. Like, that was like, what do you call it? Roller coaster ride for the emotions.
Grabe. Talagang your heart would stop eh. Every time he cocks his punch, di ba? The H-bomb.
You're like always parang like when he grazed him, you felt it like passing you as well. Like,
Oo
you're
nga
like,
eh.
ooh.
Oh my God, kasi you'll know what would happen.
Yeah.
Di ba?
And then prior ba or after? After that with Amanda Nunes versus
versus
Misha Tate, and where she messed her up so bad.
Misha.
Wala na.
Outclassed talaga si Misha eh, no?
Outclassed. Even when they went to the ground. Well, no, the thing is, she got fucked up while standing. She took it and then Amanda took it to the ground. She was already busted up, diba?
Well, Amanda is also a judo champion din siya, diba?
Judo or jiu-jitsu?
Judo and jiu-jitsu.
Pareho, okay.
So even if Ronda used judo, I think she can match Ronda's judo eh. I don't know.
Wala, hindi abot dun eh. Ano yung 48 seconds kay Ronda? Yun, ninakot niya.
Let's talk about Ronda.
Yeah.
So, diba, parang, ngayon, well, first of all, we recognize all of her contributions to the sport, especially for women, diba? Definitely. Parang all props. Pero, parang, the disappointment with Ronda, I tried very hard to love that girl. Diba? Parang kasi, pero when you see the attitude, especially after her, diba, that parang turn off ka talaga eh.
Like from being that strong, independent woman, conquering the men's sport, tapos bigla nagpaiyak sa Ellen show like that. Yeah.
Well, not that crying is and
no, but it was
the
just
shut
like
off of the media and the fans,
yeah.
the fans. So, diba, and parang these people are the ones who built you to become Ronda Rousey, the superstar that you are, and then. Just because natalo ka and they're saying the truth, diba? So that's that's the turn off for me.
I just believe there with Ronda there are like many factors in my opinion. I think first it was her first professional loss from being a champion, from being that it woman, or from being the girl, being the person where everyone says like, oh, she could fuck up Mayweather. She had her. I think everyone would have his ego up there when everyone talks just
she can fight Kane.
Yeah. When everyone just talks really good about you, or kahit they talk bad about her, it's still in a good way. Like, oh, she's so good, but I hate her, ganun.
No.
And then she got her ass handed by a girl who was just really a pure striker.
No.
Yun resume ni Holy Hole. Iba yun eh, kickbox world champion, nakbo-boxing, and everyone was saying like, oh yeah, Ronda Rousey could box with Mayweather. Tapos yung coach niya, isa pa yun. And talaga, I believe that guy messed it up for her.
Yeah,
like, he gave her the basics. He gave her the basics to start striking, but after that, wala na. And then, like that, he was like toxic, I believe. Like, just, like, his attitude went to her.
I think from parang to begin with, medyo may chip on her shoulder na rin si Ronda because of her yung past niya na she got bullied and with her personal life, sa family, di ba? And then I think Edmund hindi siya, well, I'm just speculating of course.
Yeah, of course.
So parang hindi nakatulong, parang na-fan pa yung
spilling oil in the fire like that,
yeah.
right? Yeah, that was like what I was looking for to say. Yeah, but again, without Edmund, we wouldn't have seen Ronda Rousey, right? Yeah. So it's like, you can't say. But I believe, like, in a certain point, she just, when the speculations came, like, the suggestions, drop him from his team, switch teams, she should have done it. I just believe, personally, like, I think there was just so much he could have teached her, could have taught her, right? Or he already taught her that stuff. So, for me talaga, it made no sense sticking around with him.
What they say is, Ronda is so loyal kasi he's so loyal that even if, yun na nga nangyari sa kanya with Edmund, parang she could not bear it na to part ways with him. So,
maybe, or there are many. I mean, there are many opinions. I mean, of course, you don't have. I think Ronda and Edmund, they were never outspoken about their relationship. Relationship was being coach and student or fighter. What's actually going on, diba? Everyone was just speculating, but they never opened up about that topic.
No.
As much as I know, so everyone was just speculating.
So, I think what happened then is parang when Ronda came to the scene, 'di ba yung big fight niya was with Misha Tate. Ronda Rousey versus Tate won. That's the fight na
Sa Strikeforce pa yun, no? Strikeforce.
That Dana White, before kasi he was like, there will never be women fights.
Never, right?
Diba? Never is the key word eh. And that break a lot of girls' heart.
Yeah,
Diba? So, when he saw Tate versus Rousey won, parang he got convinced na wow, this is a superstar, Ronda Rousey. And she was. She became the superstar. And she's very, she's the most transcendent na athlete. One of the most transcendent athletes ever, I think, di ba?
Yeah. And I mean, she, what was she, Olympian in judo? What did she, fourth place at? Was it correct?
Bronze medal siya.
Bronze, okay.
Olympian.
Basta, when you're Olympian, you already have that level in
and
sports.
I think she's the first, maybe woman to medal in Olympics.
Olympic judo, for Americans.
For
Olympic,
Americans,
women's Olympic judo. She was the first to get the medal, correct?
And when she entered MMA, kasi definitely there are women's combat sports had existed way before Ronda Rousey, di ba?
Oh yeah.
But then women's MMA is not as established as, let's say, women's boxing or kickboxing. So during that tenure nung women's kickboxing or na-develop na yung mga Holly Holm dyan eh. And sina Joanna yung Jacek.
Well, they were
diba?
already, I mean, like, maybe by the time where Ronda was already doing MMA when she started stuff, especially Joanna, like, she's so young. Maybe she was still into Muay Thai, but when she saw what Ronda is doing, she transitioned also to MMA.
Right.
That's what I think. Also with Holly Holm, because she was doing Muay Thai. She has also a big record. I think she has over 30 or 40.
17 titles yata si Holly Holm.
Yeah, in kickboxing, right? That
diba?
was when she started boxing pa.
That's
So
crazy.
they just came over to MMA when they saw what's possible, right?
Diba? It became viable eh.
Yes,
Ronda Rousey made it viable as a career, as a to monetary, financially magiging well-off ka doon because of her. And but then when these killers, yung Jacek, sina Valentina Shevchenko, di ba? Sina Holly Holm.
Nama Yunus. Rose.
Yeah, well,
Rose, current champion ngayon.
Rose is parang she started MMA din eh. Parang after karate, hindi yata siya Muay Thai eh. Parang hindi yata siya, parang diretso sa MMA.
Yeah, like she's like one of the, well, that makes me sound old now saying that, but of the new breed of fighters, yun, like no background in some other martial art, they just started right away MMA.
Diba? MMA.
Like when you see a Rory McDonald diba? Like he just started MMA right away. And kaya when you think about now, like when you see 15-year-old kids, 12-year-old kids doing MMA now also right away, like, oh, how will that be in the future? Kakatakot.
Diba? Especially the mga 7-year-olds ngayon, mga 10, diba?
Yeah.
Tapos,
I always see those videos. I mean, medyo pa ulit-ulit ang mga posts na kasi like they're all boosting those posts, pero like mga 5-year-old na girls na shadow boxing, or like two twin brothers 6 years old, they're doing mitts on each other. Ang galaw nila suave. Like ako, I look bad next to them doing that stuff, and I'm like, gosh, pag malaki na mga yun, you know.
Well, good for us.
Yeah.
That will be, those
will be sugar.
Fantastic fights. Diba? I really look forward to that.
Like what they did with Mayweather.
No.
But, I mean, they prioritized when he was 5-year-old or 4-year-old his boxing career. What did he do? All he did was just boxing. And now look where he is. Or where he was. He's retired, right? He is retired for good.
Supposedly.
Retired boxer, right?
Retired until the next
big payday.
300 million?
Yeah. What do you think about that thing? There's going to be a boxing fight in the cage.
Oh my God.
So, ang pwede it's MMA gloves?
They're gonna use MMA gloves.
MMA gloves. Pwede mag-clinch at grapples while standing, pero no sweep, no kicks, no footwork, no takedown.
No
So technically, the pain you inflict is only boxing.
Dirty boxing yata pwede.
No elbow, yan pwede. Elbow wala din ata. I'm not sure, but
no, walang elbow yun.
Ay, that would be.
Diba?
It's already too much. It's already too much.
Just add one more weapon to an MMA fighter versus
boxer.
A boxer in the cage.
Big thing na yun.
Grabe.
Big thing na yun, yeah.
Just siguro kahit yung takedown lang kahit yung judo.
For me,
judo
the big
rope.
thing yung gloves.
Yeah.
Kasi, not in terms of the pain you will receive or the impact of the strength, pero what is Mayweather's game? He's doing his shoulder roll, he's blocking, he's blocking, di ba? Galing niya mag-defense. When you don't have those 10-ounce gloves anymore, or 12, whatever he's using, but 4-ounce gloves, will you really shoulder roll? Will you block someone who's also hitting you with a small glove?
That makes sense.
Yeah, when I do boxing, when I spar boxing, that's with boxing gloves, I do my shoulder roll. I try to practice it, I'm not any good, but I try to develop it. But when I do that in MMA sparring, pag may sipa na, or pag in MMA gloves, when I do that one time, I get hit. I get knocked down everything. Kahit sino. Kasi you
really?
can...
Wow.
Well, of course, my shoulder roll is not Mayweather's shoulder roll.
Yeah,
pero
of course.
I think a glove who covers half of your head compared to a glove who just covers your chin, malaking bagay yun.
Oo nga. Tindi nun. Can you imagine Mayweather getting knocked out in the octagon? That would be really something else.
Well, he has an excuse. He never got knocked out in boxing. And then, it's MMA. It's something.
Would it be worth it for him to get for those photos in the internet?
Yeah, how many
nakabulagta siya doon.
How many billions are we speaking?
Oo nga diba?
I mean, when it's all about the money, I mean, like, ayan, he is retired, but still, he is filthy rich, no? But again, with that lifestyle, that money is. It will be gone. It will be gone. So he will need again another fight.
That's why Chael never believes he's retired.
Yeah, right. So I believe it might happen, but if it's worth. If you have to feed the family, if you want to keep your lifestyle, it's worth it.
You have those that many people surrounding you all the time as an entourage. And I don't know why he needs that. Diba? When he was doing the Aldab, it's almost like Aldab yung promotion nila. Kompleto sa Ricardo's. Merong recurring themes. Diba? Merong props yung bag, diba?
Yeah, right.
Tapos, syempre, nandun yung dalawang bida. Tapos, entrance music. Ganun yung Aldab Dadating na siya. Grabe, if you watch it, I don't know if you watch the Aldab craze, pero if you...
I saw some of those clips.
Pero pag kinompare mo, the formula is that. Kaya tawag-tawa ako Tawag-tawa ako dun sa ginawa nila na yun. And in fairness to McGregor, he fought. He really fought.
Yeah,
He fought actually way better than most people expected. Yeah, I think.
For me, I was impressed. I was impressed. But of course, when you talk to a boxing, to a guy who favors boxing, who was on Mayweather's side, he will always say, he played with him. Yeah, maybe. But the thing is, my point, and I think it was also McGregor's point, what he has to do is, he has to knock him out within the first 2 or 3 rounds. And he went out, diba? He was really, doon yung mga power swings niya, mga power shots niya in first 3 rounds. Tapos doon, napagod siya. Tapos that's where the boxing factor kicked in, where you have like 12 to 3-minute rounds. 3 minutes or 2, please? I think boxing is 3. So that's where you see like the boxing conditioning, right? And you just use your arms. You cannot start napagod ka sa arms sa shoulders mo. You cannot start kicking. You cannot start clinching really for a long time.
Well, that makes sense. Pag napagod na yung...
si Mayweather...
Just holding your hands like this for, nakakapagod na diba?
I mean, we have a warm-up where you really just have to stand 3 times 5, 15 minutes, ganun.
Talaga?
Kakapagod. Nasa wall lang ako, ganun lang ako. Mabagal ha, I have to do it slow, no weight. I do that 3 times 5 minutes warm up. After that, I need my 2 minutes recovery, 3 minutes recovery. I can't do anything after that.
Wow. May ganun pala na training.
It's what did my boxing coach say? It's supposed to loosen up your shoulder. I mean, you get it tense up kasi yung muscles mo, diba? But it's just like to get the flow, So, isipin mo when you do that, kasi 3 times 5 minutes. So, 5 minutes, jab straight lang ako sa wall. the purpose of being on the wall with the shoulders is so you don't use your hips. Talaga yung shoulders mo lang, yung arms mo lang.
To isolate the muscles.
Yes. So after that, hooks naman 5 minutes. And after that, uppercuts. 5 minutes. I'm like,
if it's to loosen the shoulders, why don't you try it, McGregor's?
ayun nga. Pero yun, I'd rather go with the boxing
Can you
way.
look it up kayo, McGregor, ano bang tawag dun?
Oh, we call it spaghetti arms.
Spaghetti arms.
I don't know how they really call it.
Spaghetti arms, para makita ng mga...
Shoulder swing.
Nakakatawa naman talaga eh, no?
Yeah.
Especially if, well, yung clip na pinagkuhanan nun is hindi man nakakatawa. Pero if you isolate that
When you make those memes or those vines.
talaga eh.
It's like,
tapos na, yan ba yung lalaban kay Mayweather?
actually, like many people, they trolled about when he did like his movement stuff with the Portuguese coach he had, like yun. Let's see.
Jan.
I know they expect like he's gonna box, shadow box, tapos ngayon mag spaghetti arm siya.
Pero ang hirap niya na. I actually tried doing that.
I hit myself by accident doing that. It's not.
I tried doing that. Tapos bibilis.
Yeah.
Mabagal. Bibilis.
I think you're like the only funny thing about it is people would not expect it. Yung nga, he walks in, maka-tape up siya, ready. Oh, suave ang boxing shoes at boxing shorts niya. He gets ready to shadow box. Tapos yun pala, fools around, right? Hindi natin alam what he's doing eh.
Pero I think ang laking tulong nun if you can do that, if your shoulders are that loose.
Yeah, for sure.
Diba?
I mean,
definitely,
diba? It's just really for loosening up. Warm-up purposes for sure.
At saka basag na basag siya kay Nate Diaz when he said that touch butt joke, diba? Oh, you're just doing touch butts in the park with that dude in the ponytail.
Yeah.
Sirang-sira yung discount.
Wala siya masabi. That's like, he got him there. Like,
diba?
over the whole promo thing, it was always McGregor, but that one thing, one sequence na yun. That got him off.
Tapos, walang sagot siya walang sagot.
He couldn't say.
I actually, before that touch butt comment, parang yung, what's it called? Movement training, something like that.
Yeah.
So, it was becoming a huge thing in among MMA fighters. In Carlos Condit,
he was like doing the bow and arrow thing, diba? Right? He was hunting in the woods.
At saka yung mga lizard crawls.
Yeah.
Tapos yung mga, hanapin mo nga yan, movement training, Ido Portal yata.
Yeah.
McGregor movement training na lang. So,
but the thing is, that people are like surprised. Yung nga yung mga, let's say mga people who are not really training MMA, but when you think about it, those kind of movement things, they were always part of warm-up. Especially in jiu-jitsu or any like kickboxing, you do movement things kasi you have to prepare your body for those certain moves. Pero McGregor made it sikat kasi that guy has how many millions or billions of followers and they gonna see that, but that thing was always around.
Yeah, Ido Portal. Diba?
Yeah, although that looks a little bit too awkward for me. Yung una, that looks too awkward.
Okay.
Ito, when you see that, yung mga steps sa sand, you could compare to the ladder drills doon, di ba? Yung mga galaw-galaw nila.
Yan yung touch butt na sinasabi nila. But it looked really interesting and parang basta astig siya until the touch butt comment.
Yeah.
Biglang parang, nga mukha nga sila.
Especially that, yan.
Touch butt in the park.
With that, I would really like, I see the sense in that. There, I'm like, yeah, okay, for balancing stuff, but...
Diba? Pero syempre, they're not gonna do that kung walang, diba? Kung wala namang nangyayari.
I mean, it's effective. It worked for him apparently, right? Apparently. So we cannot say it's bullshit.
Yeah.
prove him wrong. It's bullshit, right?
Well, I think also it's gracefulness
Yeah.
Parang when you watch McGregor, even though he's fighting and it's very violent, there's a certain kind of grace na,
Would you say McGregor fights violent? For me, like you said, second time, like, it looks graceful.
Oo.
Tingnan natin yung kay Jose Aldo.
Oo, di ba?
Oh my
Di ba?
God.
Parang, wow.
Buti lang, hindi ko tinuloy yung postahan ko. I was like about to, I had like film friend.
Mm-hmm.
He talks so much. That guy talks really a lot. And he was like getting on my nerves, like, cause I love Jose Aldo, right? I mean, I like McGregor. Yun lang. The problem is they were in the same bracket. He was like, I gonna bet 5,000 pesos my boy McGregor is gonna knock out Jose. And I'm like, fuck. I was like really getting. He got on my nerves. It was like when the fight started, I was almost getting the 5,000 pesos out. Tapos I just like, wag na lang. Tapos boom, nangyari. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh,
my God.
he was like reaching for my money. I was like, no, wala.
Hindi pa nakalabag eh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, no. Binalik ko yung money. I was like, oh my God.
Too late.
Yeah.
Blame your guy. Blame your guy.
Yeah. I was like, oh. And doon, nakita mo, he hit him with like a counter hook, pero yung moves niya with the legs, then you see him skipping in the park like that.
Diba?
You see some of the similarities.
Oo, diba? At saka, I don't know when I say violent, kasi you can see the effects. Diba? When what's his name? The Mexican guy.
There are many.
Oo nga. Yung nakalaban niya, not Sanchez eh. Or si ano na lang, the alpha male guy na nakalaban niya. Bigla kang hindi mo.
Si Mendez.
Si Mendez, diba?
Yeah.
Sa body.
Oh, yeah,
When he got hit, you can see the face parang, diba parang.
Yeah, but still, like, when you really want a violent guy, like, you want to describe, you want to make a statement saying violent fighter, I have, like, two guys in my mind. Wanderlei Silva and Robbie Lawler.
Oh,
Those are violent guys.
You see, the Lawler versus Hendricks, yung final diba? Yung final seconds niya. Oh my God!
You know, where he walked him down.
Grabe, even after the bell.
O di lalo, Lawler versus Condit. Where after that, they couldn't shake hands. They had to lean on right away on the cage. Yun, pagod na sila.
Yung kay Rory McDonald versus Lawler.
Oh yeah, also,
shit.
I think Joe Rogan said it nice. There is no boring Robbie Lawler fight.
Oh nga
If you pay for a UFC pay-per-view or for UFC tickets, when Lawler is on the card, kahit ano,
win or lose.
Yeah, win or lose, or kahit ano mangyari sa rest of the card, you get your money out of it. When you watch Robbie Lawler, too bad he lost to Woodley. I was so mad when he lost there. But
and that way, in that fashion, no?
Yeah.
Parang di...
Pero Woodley, he capitalized on his strength. His strength is explosiveness. Diba? Parang si Yoel Romero, it's his explosiveness. So, he hit him with a straight, right? Straight on the chin ata. Tapos he followed up on the ground on Lawler.
Klase yun, no?
Yeah.
And he's part Filipino. Film din siya, di ba? Film ba yun?
The thing is, like, I hear like every second day, like, bigla itong celebrity Filipino. Ano tawag to? Pinipilit. But it could be, I think so. But sa kanya nga, yung lola niya ata
I think he's 50% talaga. I think, Anyway.
He's a redhead.
Talaga?
I mean, he has like the freckles, he has light brown hair pag may buhok.
Okay. Baka
lakas naman yung dugo ng red skin sa kanya.
Ganun ba?
I think so, yeah.
I see. I'll have to look that up.
Hindi naman like as in ginger, pero like almost there na.
Kasi kalbo siya ngayon eh.
Yeah.
Grabe yun. Si Eddie Alvarez, yung inisip ko, the Justin Gaethje fight, he's a self-proclaimed na most violent man in the UFC.
Pwede. I agree there. I forgot him on the list.
Diba? Yung knee niya to Justin Gaethje. This Justin Gaethje guy, what do you think about his fighting style? Yung talagang zombie attack mode all the time, off to brawl in every second of the fight.
It's very entertaining.
It's
very he's also like a guy, there will be no boring fight with him. But the thing is, like, I think in the longer run, it's not healthy for you. It's just like you can't do that just up to a certain point.
But ang sinabi naman niya, he has a cap na he's got five fights left, and his goal is not to become a champion. His goal is to become and to provide entertaining fights.
Sabi niya yun?
Oh. So, okay, hindi ako magiging, pero you're gonna remember me for my fights na
I like that. That's good.
Diba?
That's good.
That's a different approach,
Yeah,
diba?
yeah.
It's I think he's the first fighter na narinigan ko ng ganun.
Yeah, kasi you have like the total opposite naman. Like, again, I love George St. Pierre, pero what he says is the opposite thing. He's like, yeah, me, I do whatever it takes to be the champion, to remain my belt, and all that stuff, right? Because that in the end, that pays the bills. Him being a champion, making the big money. So that's why he stopped being that entertaining. Diba? In early days, si George St. Pierre, yun, Rush nga Rush was his nickname, right? Because he rushed things. He was like beating up people, standing and everything. He was like he was not doing that bump and grind what he's doing now right now. He takes you down, that was he beats you up on the ground. Like he was really striking with you.
Oh, wow.
So and then he started to think like he was saying like, well, why would I try to win in an entertaining way where I risk a lot of things instead of like when I just make the sure thing. Seal the deal to win, right? Yeah. It's not like the exact words, pero parang yan ang message niya, you know.
But I don't know if he's the first one to do that, to nag-apply ng ganung mentality, di ba?
No, si Mayweather.
Yeah.
Mayweather.
Tapos, pero before talagang, I think he's parang siya yung isa sa mga parang next wave ng ng mga MMA fighters si George St. Pierre after nung era ni na Chuck Liddell,
Matthews, PJ Penn, yung medyo yung
para siya yung level up
Hindi pa, it's like post dark time pero yung medyo savage time pa. Pwede
diba?
ba? Can I say that? Yung medyo savage time.
Medyo
like, you go there and you know exactly when the fight starts, they gonna swing at each other.
Oo nga pero nung mga savage eras talaga definitely yung first years.
Diego, or like Diego Sanchez.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Diego Sanchez versus
Clay
Gilbert Mendez.
Oh yeah. Oh God, that round.
Damn.
I think that's. Di ba that fight got got like fight of the year or something like that?
It's you can remember it yung sequence na it's like sino ba yun? Bob sa no yung may bigote na luma. Tapos na sa Pride pa. What's his name?
Don Fry.
Don Fry
with Chinese or Korean.
Korean guy na.
I just showed up my wife like 2 weeks ago. She's like, remember Hofmann? Like,
diba? Shit. Those are the iconic visuals ng modern fighting.
Was that Pride? I
Maybe.
think that was Pride, right?
Pride yun.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's the dark ages of MMA.
So, ngayon, what do you think, balik tayo sa local, so, kailan may next fight ka ba? Or, when are you gonna defend?
Well, I'm open for a fight. I'm looking actually to fight again. I miss it, but the thing is like, I'm part of the national team in wrestling, right? So, since I started that early this year, or last year rather, last 3 year. Since then, I'm really when I have no MMA fight, I'm just doing wrestling. I went already out of the country twice to wrestle for the national team, and I think the next URCC, the next big thing is in August. But then in August, I'm going to be busy for the Asian Games.
Oh, yeah, Asian
Games. But there naman, hindi ako magre-wrestling. I will go do Kurash, which is something like judo.
Ano yun? Do
Kurash? Kurash. It's like it's a type of judo. Let's say like that. Pero my specific rule set like.
Asian Games, right?
Asian Games,
not SEA Games.
Hindi, SEA Games is next year. I'm gonna wrestle there. Pero yun sa Indonesia ba yun? Jakarta, Indonesia, right? Yeah, in August. So when there's a URCC, people are aware. Like Alvin Aguilar, he knows I'm gonna do Kurash. So I highly doubt that I'm gonna be on that card. Except he figures out a way na kasi alam ko go na yun sa Kurash sa Jakarta.
Aren't there Filipino martial arts in SEA Games or or Asian Games. I think Kali is very popular.
It
Diba?
is. It
Diba?
is.
Why isn't it as popular in the
I think
mga
it's like
ganyang
that,
arenas?
Sa SEA Games, there are specific disciplines or sports na kasama na talaga yun. It's just like, for example, basketball. Imposible walang basketball sa SEA Games. Or swimming, volleyball, those mainstream sports. Pero it's up to the organizing country or the host to implement other sports. So for example, when I went to Turkmenistan last year for the indoor and martial arts games, I went there for wrestling, and Jelly Bulaong went for Muay Thai. I was actually not doing wrestling there. They implemented their national sport, which is belt wrestling. So
Belt
wrestling, and
Belt
they're like the
wrestling?
only like there are just 3 countries who do that, or 4 countries who are really fond in that sport. So we just went there and we tried it.
Ganon.
Well, they wiped the floor with us.
So there's no training, no formal training for...
We prepared as much as we could, but we just see the videos. We don't have the insight of a real athlete or a coach who is trained in belt wrestling, because belt wrestling...
Maybe we should do that here. No, I mean...
I don't know. Yeah, so... Hindi siya wrestling. I mean, I went there as a wrestler, pero...
Teka, what's the goal of belt wrestling? Get the
Yun
belt?
No. Oh, that was like flag football.
Remove the belt.
No. It's like that.
Your opponent.
Meron kang stiff na belt around your belt,
Okay.
around your waist, rather. And yung starting position, hindi katulad sa wrestling yung where you approach the guy and try to make a takedown. Doon, mag-start na kayo, you hold each other's belt. You have a certain position where you start.
Is it connected? Parang, ano yan, magsasaksakan ka na may belt.
No, it's like you have a belt and I have a belt, right?
Okay. So
And
the belts
I
are not connected with the...
No, not with each other.
Okay.
Pero we will never let go of those belts. If I let go, may penalty ako eh. So the goal is really just like simple, out-wrestle the guy, like overpower the guy, or syempre may techniques dun.
Okay.
Doon ko na-gets yung paano talaga yung laro na yun, kasi we trained as much as we could here with the judo moves, yung hip throw and everything. Pero doon, pag ginawa mo yung hip throw doon, they have those counters, like talaga naging just like I'm a big guy and you saw me 180 degrees upside down, like my head was on the ground and my feet were all the way up 12 o'clock.
Oh my God.
It's like how that's like their sport, so they whooped our asses there when it comes to belt wrestling.
Belt wrestling. I wonder kung paano nila na-invento yan, no?
Well, that's the national sport.
Oo nga,
So, kaya, ayan, back to the topic,
yun,
yung Kali, right? So, I believe when pag SEA Games, since Philippines is the host, if they want to implement that, meron na yun.
No,
Meron
are we doing that, or?
I think, kasi we have, as much as I remember, sa PSC, sa Philippine Sports Commission, we have a Kali national team. We have that, so it would be silly not to do kasi you as a host, you want to get the most gold medals, you want to win, right? So syempre you get all the advantages you can legally.
And it's also ano what you call this, very popular now, diba? Sa Hollywood they they hire Filipino martial artists to choreograph the fight scenes,
for
diba?
fight sequences, right?
And it's ano it's I think yung tawag dito, yung hand-to-hand lang na Kali, siguro may mas ibang martial arts na mas effective. Pero once you put the blades in those arms, di ba? Parang kahit ewan ko kasi pag may ano ka na pag may itak ka ng hawak, di ba?
Yeah, no, one hit you're done.
Bladed, especially basta pag may weapon na. Kasi from what I know is that you can use basically any kind of anything, even this microphone. You can apply Kali techniques.
Yeah, basta you have something to hit, right? Isn't it didn't it originate in like really knife fighting? Two knives, like in the Spanish times. I'm not really fond in it, but it's just like, sometimes I see videos and it just I just look into it. So I think it was something like that because the Spanish people, they didn't let the Filipinos have guns, right? So what they did, they trained their knife fighting skills.
Well, it's already an established martial art back then, even before the Spanish arrived.
Okay.
So they had this the bolos, the campilans, the kris, yung
all
mga,
those things. And then the thing we see in Counter-Strike, the knife, which is like with the curve.
karambit.
Karambit. Yeah, exactly.
So those weapons, parang normal siya for folks sa Pilipinas. Even farmers would have blades kasi they use it as tools. But then when the Spanish arrived and then they took over, they first of all they parang yung religion, they used religion to ban superstition.
Okay.
Kasi fighting is also connected to superstition somehow And also, syempre, the physical weapons, parang they banned it to avoid mga revolutions and uprisings. So what they did is they replaced the swords with
sticks.
With the sticks. Yan, kaya nauso yung mga baston, naging doble baston. I'm not an expert, pero that's I think that's how it went.
Okay. I have to ask because I really not sure. I just went to college here, right, for 1 year, but I see high school kids all the time. They walk like with yung dalawang stick na yan in like in the case. Is it that? Do they train that in school here in high school?
I think there are some
is that
schools.
Is that like a PE curriculum? You know?
It's for PE. For
kasi
PE.
Ako, yan, diba? Like they're walking around, they have like those sticks in their case, and then I see them sometimes like walking around with those things. I was like, do they really come like from school, like with those sticks? I'm like, hardcore naman yun. So first, I thought like maybe they're like in a drum line. Yun lang. Medyo malaki naman yung drumstick na yun, pero baka yan yun for training purposes. Pero then, I learned of the sport, and baka yan yun. They teaching that out of like cultural for a cultural aspect. They teach it in high school para hindi mawawala yun as a cultural thing nila, di ba?
Well, it's also a physical activity na alam mo yun.
Yes, of course.
Mahirap din siya. And ewan ko, hindi kasi ako nag-formal training noon. We had arnis in our PE nung college. Kaso my teacher was corrupt. So what he wanted is for us to just buy NCAA tickets, and then that's the attendance. So
I know that.
Very little na lessons ang natanggap ko dun sa which is sayang din, di ba? Pero back then,
sinuport mo yung school mo sa NCAA, okay na yun,
diba?
Attendance na yun.
May sila parang, I don't know, maybe they get something, I don't know. Kasi sa kanila ka bibili.
Yeah. Makes sense. Parang may baka task nila yan galing sa dean or whatever. If they don't get rid of that, parang baka may sila, like may negative record or something, so they have to make their students go there.
But then, I was from Mapua. And puro sablay yung mga teams sa amin dati, so hindi naman ako nanonood.
I used to try out there. So
really?
Kasama ko yung mga stars dun, si Alan
hindi ko na inabutan yun. I was in Mapua before it got sold. So it was sold to to the Yuchenkos parang group ng Lasal. Kaya naging modern bigla yung Mapua.
You can sell a school?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
So it was
well, it's also a business thing, right? It's a business thing, right?
It's a private company rin kasi so it was founded by Don Tomas Mapua. Tapos it was sold eventually to
okay.
They wanted to change the name pa nga. And then nagprotesta yung mga
for
Mapua.
sure. It's like it's a big it's for sure part of the.
And the thing is, Mapuans don't really protest. Pero that's the only time that nagkaisa yung mga Mapuans. Yan. Kasi nung EDSA 2, ang 'di ba may mga there's a group of students who tried protesting and they were inviting yung mga nakatambay sa labas, everyone to join them. Maybe they were around 30. Tapos sabi niya, tara na, may megaphone sila, di ba? Punta tayo sa EDSA. Represent.
Wala.
The hecklers,
Yeah.
usually yung mga mga mechanical engineering. Ewan ko kung ganito pa rin yung kultura sa Papua. Pero back when I was there, yung mga yung mga meron, biglang sa may nangyayari. May nangyayari. Tara. Eventually, ang chant, instead of Era Presign, EDSA Shrine. EDSA Shrine. Si Raul yung mga taga-Mapua. Tapos, umalis. Kala niya kasi it gathered a crowd Siguro mga, let's say, 500 na EDSA Shrine. Instead of
the point, what they wanted to,
So, eventually, parang, siya, let's go. Lakad na tayo, Marsha.
Basta may action.
Yung core na around 30 students, sila na yun. Tapos,
sila lang naglahat.
Sila rin yung umalis. Walang sumama. Tapos, ang chat, biglang naging, ingat kayo. Ingat kayo.
Bahala na kayo.
Tapos, ang nakakatawa-tawa doon, bumalik. So, guys, wala tayong lahat ng schools may doon, may representation, tayo lang ang wala. Tapos sabi, welcome back. Gago ng mga taga-Mapua. Pero they protested when they wanted to change the name.
Okay. Pero yung nga sa mga ibang protest, whatever, they don't care. They don't mind. Let's just say they don't mind. It's not like they don't care.
It really happened. So
yeah.
Kung ano man hindi man, it's not bashing Mapua. I love my alma mater din, kahit pa.
Of course. Otherwise, you wouldn't have finished it there, right? You could have just switched.
But that's okay.
But you were there.
I was there.
Right.
Ayun. So ibig sabihin hindi ka lalaban ngayon, wala kang fight.
So far, nothing scheduled.
Nothing scheduled.
I haven't
this year.
heard anything.
So what's keeping you busy is jiu-jitsu.
No, wrestling actually. I mean, like just like I had like this last month. I went back to jiu-jitsu for the Pan Asians where I competed, right, and got 3 golds. But now I'm supposed to go back to wrestling. Of course, they're waiting for me. Or pinagalitan na ako. The thing is like right at the Pan Asians, I got injured. So like 1 week I was out. I couldn't really walk on my right foot. And then the week after was this typhoon. So like last week was like the typhoon, right? So the thing is, we now living in a new house. My mom's house. So they're having constructions there and everything. Tapos sa Cavite, baha lahat. So, and I just have a motorbike. I couldn't get out of the house. I couldn't even go out I couldn't go to the town to buy some stuff. I really had to wait until it stopped raining. And then dun, biglaan lang, I just go out and buy the shit and come back. So, from Cavite to Manila in a typhoon, I didn't risk it. Just to be really honest, I didn't wanna whatever happens, you know.
Iba yung ulan the past few weeks last week, di ba?
Lakas.
And there's not even a typhoon. It's just
it's not even a typhoon.
Several low pressure areas and tropical depressions. At least this is what I saw in the infographic in Facebook. And they're just pulling the habagat. They just make it stronger. Pero those typhoons themselves, they're not in the Philippine area of responsibility.
But it's affecting us. All right.
So
thanks, Kuya Kim. Now I learned something.
So di ba? So wrestling ang thing mo ngayon.
Yes, and of course judo now because I have to prepare for the Asian Games. Yun Kurash nga.
Kurash.
I'm gonna like cross train every now and then.
So parang for the longest time parang yun ang sinasabing parang heel ng Pinoy MMA fighters. Yung parang yun yung weakness, yung wrestling, which I think nag-i-improve na ngayon.
Yung ground game itself. I think like not like weakness, but our thing is just striking. I mean, look, we're striking culture like boxing. I don't have to comment that. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, big thing here. It's a big thing. Tapos taekwondo. Just like I mean, taekwondo is available in elementary. It's a varsity. You can be a varsity, right? In taekwondo, so just really like Filipinos grow up, or it's just like a big part in martial arts. It's really striking. So they don't get really introduced to the wrestling aspect or the ground aspect that early.
Pero I think our coaches and the teams, yung mga gyms have realized already actually. We're performing so much better now in let's say in one championship, di ba? Para yung mga fighters natin mas nasasabayan na yung mga grapplers eh.
It improved, right? The thing is just like pero when it comes like to pure grappling, the jiu-jitsu scene here, ang lakas. It's really big. I mean, you see 7-year-old, you see in the tournaments, there are so many young kids doing that already. And I'm just waiting like for those big international tournaments na talaga where our grapplers go. I don't want to go into the jiu-jitsu issue we have right now with the national team.
What jiu-jitsu issue?
I don't want to go in there because it's just like there's like really there's a fight for
supremacy
not really. It's just like for who should handle the national team or who should be in the national team, something like that.
Okay.
So but like just go back to the grappling thing. The Philippines has so much potential when it comes to grappling.
Of course.
So I mean we have people they score every time of world championships or like I think since I'm into the scene of jiu-jitsu, I haven't experienced a world championship na wala pa nakascore dun from the Philippines.
Are there Filipinos in Abu Dhabi? Dun yata sila. Yun lang mga naririnig ko eh.
Like they live in Abu Dhabi or what do you mean?
There's this
ADCC.
Yeah.
I think wala pa sa big tournament. I think I could not recall that someone joined there or scored. Pero sa IBJJF when it comes to gi jiu-jitsu dun we have several people.
Do you have any names for
Maybelline Masuda got gold as she was the first Filipina to get a gold medal from the World Championship.
Wow.
That was when she was a white belt. And then we have oh god, I'm so sorry, Kim. I forgot your surname. I'm so bad. She's my teammate, Kimberly. She scored second place at the Worlds, and then we have several people in my team who always score at the Asian Open in Japan, in Tokyo. And that's also where all my teammates are preparing now. As much as I observe that,
these are all DefTac fighters.
Yeah, of course we have also others like Maggie Ochoa. She's also scoring lots of medals like gold, silver, and bronze ata sa Worlds continuously every year.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We don't hear about these people. Yun ang diba?
It's not being promoted that much, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
And there's most of the names that you said, they're all women.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Stig.
Yeah. What do you call that? Our women are badass. They're badass.
Stig. Atindi. So, sa bagay, no? Madami na ring MMA, well represented din ng mga Pinay sa sa one championship, di ba? I think may nag-champion pa yata. I don't know.
Yeah. I think nag-champion, but we have
the model girl,
si Rome Trinidad.
Yeah, that one.
Si Rome Trinidad, yeah. Well, she's training with a friend of mine, with Andrew Benibe and Luis Angalang. They're training in Marikina. What do you call that? She had now her second fight, and unfortunately she lost. So she's 0-2 at 1. But her fights are never boring. People are entertained. People want to see her, and she keeps improving. And I'm sure she's gonna have a bright future when she keeps on training like that. I just hear also good things from my friend Andrew Benibe when he talks about her training, what they're doing, and you see it. There are results. Yun lang. Unfortunately, she lost, but it's part of it.
No, so kung MMA fighter ka or jiu-jitsu, how do you start? If you're interested, or at least you want to do it professionally, you want to enter tournaments and alam mo yun, achieve
Do we
something.
just talk now mix more MMA mismo or just any martial art?
Any more? Well, MMA na lang muna. MMA na lang muna.
Well, there's like the you're gonna hear it a lot, like people say don't start with MMA right away. Get a base in any other martial art, like if do taekwondo first, or yun nga, do boxing, do jiu-jitsu, do wrestling or kickboxing. Yan ang 4 big elements. No, that's really the big thing. So you hear most of the coaches say do something like that muna, and then after like 1 or 2 years, let's do MMA. Let's implement other things. But there again, when you see Rory McDonald, the first thing he did when he was 16 years old, he did MMA right away. He joined the class, right? So I think like we're right now, really just go find the gym that suits you, where you have a good environment, where you can learn and absorb everything really well, and then just show up to training. It's just like you don't get results without doing putting the work into it. So,
But like say sometimes I go to the gym to Ilorde.
yeah.
And I box, 'di ba? And parang usually hindi mo naman nakikita yung mga well, a lot of the trainers do fight din. Basta for different promotions. Pero the students na parang pupunta doon para na may intention talaga to fight, maging professional fighter, parang wala akong nakikita na ganun ginagawa. Ano kailangan mo gawin? Parang, do you ask the management or just find a gym? What are the gyms that accept potential professional fighters? May ganun ba?
I don't think like you go just to a gym and apply or so, but it's just like, syempre, if you want to fight, you go to a gym where you know they have fighters. They have fighters who really actively compete. Kasi it doesn't make sense when you go to Gym A, for example. Gym A, synonym, pseudonym. Gym A, you want to prepare for a fight, you want to get your first fighting experience. Pero ang mga customers nila or mga students nila, they just like to sexy boxing, like I said, like they just want to stay in shape, or it's like more the Taibo stuff, yung mga group classes, like shadow boxing in front of the mirror. You're not gonna prepare for a fight there.
Yeah.
So you really search a gym. For example, I don't know, when you, for example, like when I would have like a fan. I guess I have fans, right? And they're like, man, I want to fight like Chris Hofmann. I want to fight professionally, or I want to try MMA. Kahit amateur. Oh, where does Chris Hofmann train? Oh, DefTech pala. So then he Googles DefTech for sure. Then he sees like all the fighters we have. That was in all the gyms we have. Then syempre, the first thing you have to do, you show up and you check out. You most gyms have like those free class, the free try class. Do that and from there you see if it's something for you or not. Because training and then training for a fight, it's a big difference. So after half a year or 1 year training, like getting familiar with getting into the sport talaga, and then starting to spar, and then see if you still like the sport. Tapos doon mo na ituloy.
Iba kasi pag nakapag-spar ka na eh, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang you can practice the techniques, how to throw punches and kicks. Pero once na you spar for the first time, biglang nalimutan mo bigla. It's very often that it happens eh. Diba?
Yeah, that was the thing is like what I also experienced, what I already saw is people love sparring because like when we two go sparring, it's cool. Like, I want to spar with my buddy. We do those moves na nakita natin sa UFC or sa boxing. Pero kahit sa amateur fight, when you go to your first amateur fight and the guy you're gonna fight with is not gonna spar with you, he's not sparring. He's gonna try to knock you out for real. Then sometimes you see like yung sparkle sa mata ng you just see the fire is gone. Like, the first time someone got hit for real, you see if what he's made out, if he's really going to be if he's really a fighter or not, if he likes it, if he's going to fight, or if he's just like going to back out. Oh, mate, I made a mistake, this is nothing for me.
Well, what I'd say is even if you've been training for years and you haven't really sparred, at least yung medyo intense, parang you don't really know the sport eh, di ba? Would you agree to that?
Knowing the sport, maybe not, but what do you call that? You're just missing out a big part. You don't experience the full thing.
Oo nga eh. No?
But yeah, there are many boxing gyms. They don't really do sparring. I saw that already, or I know of some.
Yeah.
Not that it's something bad, but just like where are their priorities?
Yun nga. So, pagka... Actually, most of the... Yung mga ganyan, mga boxing gyms and Muay Thai gyms, parang hindi masyado... Parang konti lang talaga yung nag-develop ng fighters for competition. And most of them, parang trainers din nila.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty common that like the fighters are the coaches in the gym. Also, like my teammate, si Red Romero, former featherweight champion, he's teaching classes sa Banff. But what was my point? There's a big scene naman here for amateurs, like UKC. They have boxing, they have MMA, and they have kickboxing. That's like a tournament. They have it annually, and that's like 2 weekends in a row. And there's like from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. they're fighting. They're like, there are so many fights. So really, like,
actually, I was semi-sponsoring of some fighters. Diba? Yung mga former coaches ko, so parang they say na, may laban ako. Oh, sige. Sometimes I give them some funds for a uniform, diba?
It's a big help.
Oh, diba?
It is a big help for them.
And it's when they tell their stories, how much they make, diba? Parang,
kakaiyak, no?
Diba?
Sometimes.
Oh my God. Diba? Parang, how are you gonna... They can't even, wala na nga matitira pag lumaban sila, kahit manalo sila, wala na matitira para magpadala ka ng pera dun sa sa family mo.
In that level, right?
Oo, di ba?
I mean, like, what do you call that? It takes quite some time until you really make the money. Until you can live from it. Ako nga as a professional, I just recently, like last year, I resigned from my day job. Before that, I had to have my day job to keep supporting my family, right? Provide for them. Otherwise, the fighting money wouldn't be enough. Just on that level, like, you're not on the big stage yet.
No.
Like where the paycheck are really fat. You get your millions when you compare it to pesos, right? We're not there. We're not there yet in the amateurs. In the lower promotions. Not everything is like UFC. Like you hear like, oh, Conor McGregor makes billions.
Oo nga eh, di ba?
Hofmann, you must do also like some millions. I'm like, well, I wish. Not that I am discriminating that or judging it. It's just like it's part of it. You're not right away a superstar. You don't earn everything, right?
Well, it's also, you can't compare small promotions with the UFC then.
Yes, because UFC is the NBA, right?
Diba?
It's like the NBA.
Kasi it's at the end of the day, these promotions are businesses.
Yes.
So they also need to make money. Of course, sigurado merong mga greedy na dyan, diba?
You have those sharks. You have everywhere
diba?
those business sharks. That's normal.
Anyway, yun. How many hours wala pa tayong we didn't use a timer again.
Dapat may timer ba yun?
Hindi naman. Parang naisip din namin. Ano?
1 hour 56 minutes.
Wow! Almost 2 hours. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Thank you so much for having me. I know it's like, what do you call that? Me being a fan of Joe Rogan, watching his podcast. It was for sure like something I had to experience.
You can just pretend.
Yeah, it's not like for me, like when I have those interviews or press cons when I have a fight.
No.
There you're being like exposed there and like they're all sitting in front of you, so you have to watch what you say or everything.
No.
You're just exposed. You're stiff.
You're representing the company, diba?
Yeah, here I'm just talking. I'm being natural, right? It was really good.
Well, yun din ang ko eh. Parang, I don't know what sa totoo lang, I don't know what's gotten into me that's gotten me into this. So I don't know, but I'm glad that I'm doing it right now. And diba, stig.
Good thing we made it.
Oo nga eh, diba? Actually, when we first met, parang I was already parang pinag-iisipan ko na, what if we do it? What if diba? Kasi when we were at the viewing parties, what if we put a webcam here, di parang fight companion to, di ba?
Pero by that time, you were not into doing it yet, right?
No,
you
no,
were just
no.
Planning about it.
I
Or
was
like
just dreaming. I'm not even
having
planning.
thoughts,
Diba?
having thoughts, right?
And then it gets nurtured all the time. And then I got some microphones and a camera. Sabi ko, pwede ako mag-ano. Pag
Pwede.
dinagdagan ko tong camera na to, magiging dalawa.
Okay na.
Diba? So, until we're here. So, yun. And you're there.
Yeah.
You're my fourth guest. And it's a pleasure having you. And
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Yes, Chris Hofmann, ladies and gentlemen, the champ.
Jam. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, powerful Komiksman podcast. Bye. Yes.
It's a wrap. Bro, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Okay ba? Okay ba yung
Oh, no.
experience?
For me, parang hindi nga 2 hours eh. Saglit lang.
Oo nga eh, di
Pero
ba?
when I look at my